Hello. Sorry about the shaking science class. Hello. So I am going to give you a quick demonstration on CK-12, everything you'll need to know on CK-12, hopefully. So CK-12 is where we get most of our readings for this class, and if you're going to study for something, I recommend going back to the CK-12 chapter to refresh yourself on your class knowledge. So right here, I'm about to open up a chapter. This is one of our very first chapters of a term, Scientific Explanations and Interpretations. And that blue-green start button is how I would start the chapter. But before I even start the chapter, at the bottom here, there are other ways to learn. So if the chapter just isn't making sense to you or you need some extra help, this is a really good place to go. There's some videos, Scientific Method Made Easy. So if the chapter doesn't make sense, maybe that video could help you understand some things. Some extra readings and a study guide. So if you like study guides, every CK-12 chapter comes with a study guide, unless it's something that I wrote. I probably didn't write a study guide, but everything from CK-12 has a study guide. So that's important to know that there's some extra stuff here at the bottom. So I'm going to click on Start. I'm just going to show you a few things you can do here. Start. Be right back. Something is not jiving. Hey. Okay, I got it fixed. It was my video recorder. I figured it out. So now I'm actually in the chapter. These are what the CK-12 chapters look like. And it's an online textbook. Looks like an online textbook. It's got pictures. There's links in here to follow. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is how to take notes. I encourage everyone to take notes on whatever they read from CK-12. A lot of students come to me. Maybe they don't have much note-taking experience. Maybe they don't have much note-taking experience, or maybe it's just been a long time since they have been note-taking. So let me just give you some easy ways to take notes. For any note-taker, I recommend reading from the bottom, then going back to the top. This is what I mean. Every CK-12 chapter, every CK-12 chapter will have two sections at the bottom. There's a summary section and a review section. The summary section summarizes all of the main points. Review section kind of reviews those main points. I don't require you guys to do these review questions. I get that asked a lot. You guys are not required to do these review questions, but they might help you in your note-taking. So I would read through the summary section, maybe even write down some main points from the summary section, and then keep these review questions in mind. That way, when you go to read from the top, you already have in mind some things that you can look out for in this reading. There we go. That reading. So if you take notes on the summary section and review sections, which are at the bottom, you have a better idea of what things to look out for when you are taking notes. That way, when you're taking notes, remember the purpose of taking notes is you're trying to get the main points. You're not trying to get every single thing. So those will help you get main points and be able to write that down in your notes. And by the way, when you do take notes, don't copy. A lot of people just copy down these texts. These are very short chapters, so copying the text wouldn't be too difficult, but it's a waste of your time. I don't want you guys to copy the textbook. You guys will always have the textbook. Copying textbooks only teaches you one thing, and that's how to copy. And what I want you to do is I want you to be able to digest these texts and get the main points out. So that's just a little bit of hints about note-taking. Next thing I want to show you is highlighting and annotating. So even though this is an online textbook, CK-12 added a couple features to make this kind of nice, make this act like a real textbook. First of all, let me go ahead and sign out. Okay, your screen probably looks like this, where you don't have an account. I would recommend that the next time you get on a CK-12 reading, click that sign up button. Once you click sign up with Google. Anytime you see a link that says sign up with Google, first of all, make sure you're on a trusted site. But with the Excel Center, sign up with Google is the easiest way to do something. So there's a pop-up box. You guys can't see it from my screen, but it's going to ask you to choose your account. Choose your Mo Goodwill Excel account. It's going to sign you in. It's going to sign you in. I apologize if the video is a little bit jumpy. I'll try to fix that in post. So I am now signed in. Here's my student account up in the right-hand corner. One thing I can do is highlight textbooks. So, for example, this first paragraph here says science is a set of facts. It is also a set of explanations that are based on those facts. Science relies on the facts to explain the natural world. Maybe I think that's important. What I can do is I can click and drag to select that text. And right after I select that text, I can choose a highlight color. Maybe I want blue. Maybe I want to highlight this down here and choose yellow. Whatever. And those highlights will stay there. That's why I want you guys to sign in, because as long as you're signing with your student account, these highlights will stay here. I can close this tab, close this window, close my computer, but I come back to it, or even come back to it on my phone, those highlights will stay there. In addition to highlighting, I can also annotate, which means just to add some notes. So I can click on Add Note. Maybe I want to leave a note for myself, like look up data, to understand that word a little bit better later on. So those are a couple cool things I can do with CK-12. So again, what we reviewed all those interesting things at the bottom before we even clicked on start. We saw some stuff at the bottom saying more ways to learn, and then we learned about highlighting. I told you guys about how to take notes, and next I'm going to show you how to complete CK-12 assignments whenever I give you those.